What's happening, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, and today we're going to talk about Sersi, aka Psylocke. Just kidding, just kidding. I know a lot of people, when they initially saw this figure, a lot of people thought, man, is that Psylocke? Is that Psylocke? And I got to admit, when I first saw it, I actually thought it too for a second there, especially with the butterflies and the sneak peek. I was like, man, is that Psylocke? No, no, no. But no, it's Sersi, who is a freaking pretty awesome character, in all honesty. This is a free-to-play character, and I have to tell you all, I'm pretty damn impressed with her damage. Actually, her survivability and her damage are very, very good. She looks amazing. This is a great character model, and I'm actually looking very, very forward to the uniform that she's going to get when the Eternal movie comes out. So let's talk about her a little bit. Now, my Sersi has 28,000 energy attack. I do have almost 100% energy attack on my cards, and I do have 4% pierce. So keep that in mind, but this is a very, very free-to-play build. She has max attack speed, 24 crit rate. She has 196 critical damage, almost max critical damage. She has max ignore defense, max hit cooldown. And look at this. She also has the leadership tag like Icarus. She has no Urus, all level 20 gears. She's still level 60. And when you look at this girl's kit, she gets the 30% increase of all attack that applies to all Eternal allies. So this is kind of like Jessica Jones, which is pretty freaking awesome. You know, it's nice that she's going to have some synergy with the Eternals, and it's nice that she has a self-buffing tier 2 passive. That's freaking awesome. The one skill actually has a paralysis that works on world boss. However, you'll find that you really don't need to use this thing, but it is nice to have. The second skill is just energy damage. The third skill has 100% to be immune to all damage for 6 seconds, which is awesome. And then it has a damage accumulation based on how much damage you take. And this really is a very, very good damage accumulation. Increase all attack by plus 15% for each 1% of damage taken. And this makes her an absolute monster. However, here's the thing about this. When you scroll over to the fourth skill, she has charm for 3 seconds, and she has invincibility for 4 seconds. Well, the charm is kind of the problem. Whenever you charm your opponents, they are locked down. They're not attacking you. So having this damage accumulation based on how much damage you take, and the fact that the fourth skill is really where you want your proc at, isn't the greatest. So you have to play her in a certain way to make sure you're taking damage in order to deal more damage. But you still can make it work. She's still very damn strong. And then her fifth skill has an all defense down that stacks up to 50%. And with White Fox leadership, this is actually going to go up. And then her passive is freaking wonderful. Applies to all Eternal allies, removes all debuff for 10 seconds on a 20-second cooldown. This is freaking amazing. So she's got a self-buffing passive, and she can remove all debuffs for all the Eternals. So if Icarus ever gets a tier 3, or maybe whatever characters, maybe this is going to be kind of like the Defender team, where you're going to have a very, very powerful PvP team, as well as a good team with synergy in PvE. And then her leadership is kind of whatever, increase all speed. I really wish they'd give her something else instead of that. Look at her. Oh, that's pretty cool, actually. I like that. Her animations are absolutely beautiful. You look at the fifth skill here. The all defense down applies immediately, and you can cancel the skill, which is awesome. The fourth skill just shoots that ray. I wish you could move it around, but unfortunately we can't. There's the second skill. Nice. Really cool looking skills. And the purple definitely makes you think about Psylocke as well. And then you got the damage accumulation. Now, those hits can trigger your proc, so that's why I'm going to play the way that you're going to see me play, which is I'm going to start with the 5, cancel into the 4. You get all the residual damage from the 5th skill at the same time doing the 4. And remember, you're charming. You charm the opponents. Well, that charm is going to last for 3 seconds. When you have about 2 seconds left on your 5th skill, hit your 3rd skill, take a little damage, and then cancel the 5 back into the 4. And you'll find that that works out pretty well. Something else to note is, because old girl's got charm, she actually has a hidden heal like all the other characters that have charm. She actually has a very good heal. She heals for quite a bit whenever that thing engages. And she has a stage 6 power rating rock set. And like I said, extremely free to play build. Critical damage with 38% with an increased proc of 140%. Again, I do have about 100% energy attack on my cards. I do have 4% pierce on my cards, but man, seriously, with this build, this girl can seriously do some damage. So we're going to jump into War Boss. Hey, baby. We're going to go against Call. She's an energy-based character. And we're going to take on stage 60. And we're not going to use any strikers so you guys can see what's going on here. So we're going to start off with that 5-4, and we're going to try to get that proc to trigger on 4 skill. And this is kind of the thing about damage accumulation based on how much damage you take. It can be really tricky. So 5-4, proc trigger. Now when there's 2 seconds left on the 5th skill, I'm going to go ahead and hit the 3rd skill. So hit the 3rd skill, absorb a little damage, and go back into the 5-4. And look at that damage, my friends. Look at that damage. 2 seconds left on the proc again. Hit the 3rd, go back into the 5-4. I mean, look at that. If you take damage, if you play her properly, you can do some serious damage. I mean, this is... Wow. Old girl's got some power. We're going to go down here. We don't have super armor. So we're going to start with that 5-4 again. And we're going to wait for that 2 seconds to be left on the 5th skill. We hit the 3rd skill. We absorb some damage. And boom, look at that. She is plowing through this with no strikers. Okay, our proc actually triggered a little late, but we still did really good damage. So now our proc's actually off. Now you could hit the 3rd and then the 5-4, and you can see that works too. If you time the 3rd skill correctly, you can actually just hit the 3rd skill, take a little damage, and then go into the 5-4. So I'm just going to go into the 5-4 here. We're going to charm old boy. Take him out of that phase there. We're going to wait for... There we go. Proc came a little bit late. Run, 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 run. Ooh, I shouldn't have went into that. That was a bad idea. There we go, there we go. We took a little damage. You can see that she is definitely plowing through this. No problem. Stage 60 just flying through this thing like it's nothing. The girl has got some serious power, but that 3rd skill will trigger the proc time. So that's a lot of the reason why I like to start with the 5-4 and then use the 3. But as you saw, you can actually, if you time things correctly, if you know when the boss is going to attack you, you can hit that 3rd skill, take a little damage, and then go into the 5-4, because during that 3rd skill, you do have 6 seconds of immunity. So when they do their 5th, when you do your 5th skill, you're still going to have your immunity up, and you can take a little damage before you go into the 4th skill. So now we're going to go up to stage 70. And keep in mind, this build is absolute trash, right? It's nothing spectacular. We're going to use damage out the supervillains. And we're going to try it again. Now this time I'm just going to try the 3-5-4 method. We'll just try that. Now the thing about this method is your immunity and invincibility aren't spread out as much. So you're actually decreasing your survivability by doing this. But it definitely can work. She has good movement speed. There we go. And see, that's kind of the reason I like to do the 5-4 first. We'll try this again. Come on over here. There we go, 5-4. Alright, now let me try it the way that I was doing it a second ago. 5-4. We're going to go into that. Come on, attack. There we go. And here's something else that's really nice. Now look at the damage there. See, it works out so much better. Whenever you do your charm, it actually takes care of the cleanse. It gets rid of it, which is pretty damn dope. Oh, I messed up there. I actually hit the 4 before the 5. That is not what I wanted to do. So we're going to run away, run away, run away, run away. There we go. And we just want to start with that 5-4 because we're starting our proc all over. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Ooh. 5-4. All right. And this is really the tricky thing about her, is playing her in a way. There we go. We took a lot of damage there. Proc came way late, that bastard. But you can see her heal is freaking sweet. Now, if you were using Nick Fury on the team, you would have super armor, which would actually make this a whole lot easier. You could even stand in the poison to take damage as well. I mean, look at this. I mean, she is on pace to do stage 70 with 140% damage proc, no Urus at level 60. I'm definitely going to be getting this potential increased on this girl because she is super strong. You know, unfortunately, right now, we can't use her against Null and Mephisto. And by the way, that's something to mention about this girl. That charm will not work against Null and Mephisto. So if she ever gets an awakened skill or a tier 3, that damage accumulation is actually a lot better against those bosses because a lot of times you're actually right in front of them and you can actually take damage. You can actually time your attacks a lot better as far as taking damage. I still would prefer a damage accumulation based on how much damage you deal, but you can definitely make it work with the girl. She's got a lot of power. She's very strong. She is an excellent free-to-play character, and I guarantee she's going to get an awakened skill, or she'll get a tier 3, but they're probably going to wait until the Eternals movie before they do anything for her. But I do think she's definitely worth building. She's very damn strong. And because of her crowd control, because of the paralysis, because of the charm, because of the hidden heal, because of the invincibility, immunity, she's got tons and tons of survivability. She's got tons and tons of damage. I'm actually loving Sersi. It's just a shame that she doesn't have that awakened skill or tier 3. But whenever she gets it, I bet you she's going to be a pretty insane character. So let me know how you're all feeling about Sersi. And I stream on Twitch at Reset, Sunday through Thursday. The link will be in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one.